Hello everyone. Very good morning. I hope you guys are able to hear me clearly. Can you guys confirm once, please? All of you guys, please, once. Okay,
Yeah, we can hear you.
great. Thanks for confirming. And this is our very first demo with data engineering with Google Cloud Platform. I hope you guys are able to see my screen as well. Okay, so let us start the session. So our course name is Google Cloud Platform Data Engineering, guys. We wanted to become a GCP data engineer. So for that one, we are going to have a 3 months of journey. And in today's session, I am going to talk about the main agenda for today's session is that we are going to see first what is data engineering. Right? If I wanted to become a data engineer, first let us try to understand what is mean by data engineering first, and what is the role of a data engineer, if what the data engineer do on a daily basis. We will try to understand that first, and once after that, many people will be having a question that, sir, what is this Google Cloud Platform? Sir, I have heard about the Azure Cloud Platform, and we have also known about the AWS, but what is this Google Cloud Platform? And we will try to understand the introduction to the Google Cloud Platform and benefits of using the Google Cloud Platform over the other cloud platforms. That is nothing but I am going to tell you the differences between the GCP with other cloud platforms such as Azure and AWS in terms of the job market. In terms of the job market, we will try to understand. So first thing, we are going to see what is data engineering. Then we are going to see what is Google Cloud Platform. After that, the very very important thing, most of the people may be waiting for this one, that is nothing but the detailed course curriculum. The detailed course curriculum, I have divided the entire course into the two main areas. One is cloud basics, one more is data engineering tools. What are the topics that we are covering in the cloud basics? What are the topics that we are covering in the data engineering? I am going to tell you in a very detailed way. Please be patient while we are going there. Okay, and after that, what are the course details, like when is the session is getting started, how the notes are provided, how the recordings are provided, what are the projects are covered, what are the use cases, for whom this course is for. All of those details by the end of this session, I am going to tell you guys. Okay, so this is the agenda for today's session, guys. I hope this is making sense to you also. Okay, and some people may be having a questions like, right, sir, how would I get a job from the course? Sir, I am learning this course, I would like to learn the course. Sir, would I be able to get the job? What about my current experience? Some people may be having this question also. Sir, what about my current experience? Will I be, how to manage my current experience? And after that, sir, some people does not know cloud at all. Sir, I am coming from different background, I did not know cloud at all. Will I be able to learn the cloud or not? And some people may be having a question, will I be able to do the job? Even if I get the job, sir, for example, from your course, and I will understand everything, if I crack the job, will I be able to work in the company or not? Right? So does it make sense to my profile or not? So maybe you have a different wide variety of the questions, and I am going to give you the time. By the end of this session, whoever is having any type of a question, I will clarify the doubts, then only we will leave the session. Okay, so first 40 minutes we are going to cover the definitions wise, what is data engineering, what is Google Cloud Platform. After that, I will give you the time, guys. If you guys have any questions, we will try to clarify in the session itself today. Okay, so this is our more of an interactive sessions for me. I want you guys to tell me you guys are able to hear me clearly and able to see my screen also. Just say yes, all of you guys, please, because this is a morning. Maybe you come with a fresh brain, but still in a sleeping mode. Can you guys say yes, all of you people?
Yes.
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 Okay,
Yes.
perfect, perfect. That's a very good sound. And we will try to see most of these things. Before we actually start the sessions, just wanted to talk about myself, guys. My name is Shaik Saidhul. I have been currently working as a SDE at Quantech. and I'm also a consultant at Databricks. Okay, I coming to my education, I have completed my master's degree from NIT Trichy, and I do have more than 8 years of experience into this data and AI field, and I have done many certifications, guys. I have done many certifications in different areas. I do have a certifications in the Azure, GCP. I do have a certifications in this Databricks, Python, Terraform also. So this is on a high level about me. Coming to my teaching experience about this Google Cloud platform itself, if you ask me, from last 1.5 year, I think 2 years, close to 2 years, I've been teaching this GCP data engineering, guys. Close to 2 years, I've been teaching this GCP data engineering. Many changes I have done throughout these 2 years, according to the market that they are expecting, according to the interviews that they are asking, according to the work culture that they are looking for in the companies. We have done a lot of changes, and now the course has come up with a very good, and many people have got the job from this course, guys. I'm telling you, I've been teaching it from last 2 years. I would say a very good experience that I have in the teaching for Google Cloud platform for data engineering itself. Okay, earlier I was teaching Azure, but last 2 years onwards, the career in the GCP data engineering trend has been good because many people got the job. Many people, I would say 1,200 plus people I have trained so far. Even I have been trained for different corporate trainings also I have done for Cognizant as well as Infosys. For this, I have done a corporate trainings also. Okay, so you're in a very good hands. And what you have to do is that just follow my lead so that you'll be able to understand each and every concept. I'll make it very simple, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, so now the actual topic, let us try to start. That is, what is data engineering? Tell me, guys, what do you guys know about what data engineering? Anyone? Tell me. What is data engineering for you? Okay,
Yeah. For every business, we need data, right? Like
correct,
in order to, yeah. So there we will like we have a unstructured data or something. We have to
correct,
process it properly. So that I'm
correct,
thinking like that is the data engineering.
correct.
We
So
can
I have heard
augment the
like,
data.
yes, I have heard like almost some 10-15 people were talking about the data engineering. I see that most of the people are able to give the answer. Some people say enriching the data, maintaining the data, processing the data, sir, analyzing. These are all the things actually comes under the data engineering. Okay, sir, on a live, let us try to understand what is data engineering in a very simple words. So that what are all the things comes into the data engineering for us, let us try to understand. Okay, so first thing is that you wake up in the morning every day, you try to interact with an application. For example, you open a Zomato application or a Swiggy for ordering the breakfast. The moment you try to interact with an application, the moment you try to interact with an application, that's where the data is getting generated, right? So that is nothing but you have a data that is coming from some application, whether it is Uber, Ola, Swiggy, Zomato, all of these things. The moment you try to interact with an application, there's a data that is generated. And also, if you go to some production firms or a mechanical firms or a medical firms, the data they usually store it in the form of a flat files, in the form of a CSV files, or a JSON files, or a Parquet files, or different file formats. So you have a data that is coming from the different files also, right? You have a data that is coming from some application, you have a data that is coming from file format, or you have a data that is coming from some database. Some of the companies actually store their data in the form of a tables, in the form of a table. So you have a data that is coming from some tables also, right? Some databases like MySQL or a SQL server or a PostgreSQL. So what they do, they try to store the data in these databases in the form of a tables. And also nowadays this becomes a very famous, that is IoT devices, nothing but sensor devices. You look at your car, whatever the car you may be buying, or you already might be having a car, right? So that car is comes up with a plenty of the sensor devices. Every now and then it generates a data. Every now and then it generates a data. So you have a huge amount of a data that is coming from IoT devices also, right? Sir, we have a data that is coming from multiple data sources. We have a data that is coming from the multiple data sources, right? Sir, I have a data coming from application files, databases, and IoT devices. Sir, what do we do with this data? Sir, what do we do with this data? So if you ask me, what is business manager say? For example, if I'm a Zomato business manager or a Swiggy or a Amazon or a Flipkart or whatever it is. So what is the business manager says that? So you have a data that is coming from the multiple data sources, right? Try to analyze the data. Try to analyze the data. The moment you try to analyze the data or understand the data, so analyzing nothing but understanding the data. So the moment you try to understand the data or analyze the data, this will give you some kind of a insights or nothing but a information. Insights, it will give you some kind of a insights, nothing but an information to improve the business, to improve the business, right? So this is what, so every business main goal is to, every company's main goal is to improve their business. So if you wanted to improve the business, if you wanted to be leader in the market in your area, you have to properly focus on your data, right? So earlier people does not worried about this data, right? If you just go 5 years back or 10 years back, people did not worry about their data. They more focused towards the customers, right? Discounts and all of those things. But nowadays, every company, that's a reason plenty of opportunities are there for GCP data engineer or data engineers mainly, because every company needs the data engineer to do this activity. What is that activity? If they wanted to improve their business, you must store the data first, then analyze the data second, then get some insights which will eventually improve your business, that will be helping you to improve your business. So every company wanted to, the main goal of every company is to improve the business, nothing but improve the customer count or customer satisfaction, the number of sales or sales count, increase in the quantity, orders, all of these things. If you wanted to do it, you must analyze the data. On a simple terms, this is what is a data engineering. A data engineering, you get the data from the multiple data sources, you analyze it and get some insights to improve your business. So this is a layman terms, sir. This is what is data engineering. Now that you understand the layman terms, let us try to look at it in a full-fledged way. So in a data engineering, you have a data that is coming from multiple data sources. If you wanted to analyze the data, tell me guys, if I wanted to analyze the data, what is the very first thing that we have to think about? What is the very first thing that we have to think about?
We have to store the data.
Store the data
Correct.
or extract the data.
Correct. So you have to collect the data from these multiple data sources. Sir, I have a multiple data sources here. The very first thing for me is that extract the data from these multiple data sources or collect the data from these multiple data sources and store it in a single location. Right, sir? If I wanted to analyze it, the data, if the data is there in different servers, different locations, different areas, it is not easy for me to analyze it. Instead, what I will do, I'll try to get the data, try to collect the data, try to extract the data from these multiple data sources and store it in a single layer called a data lake. Nowadays, this term is very famous, data lake. A data lake is a repository where you store your data in the raw format itself. We will try to understand more in the upcoming sessions, but a data lake is a storage location. A data lake is a storage location. Okay, so once you store the data, tell me guys, can we directly go for the analysis? Please comment on that.
No, we can't. We have to extract the data first.
Correct. Correct. Right, so that is, you can't directly go for the analysis. You can't directly go for the analysis, guys, because people say that this data is a raw data, because you have got the data from these data sources. This is the raw data. Sir, this data may have a plenty of the issues such as duplicates. Sir, it may have a duplicates. Sir, it may have a null values. Sir, it may have a bad records. Sir, it may have a unnecessary columns. So all of these things may be having it. Right? So your data, your raw data may contain the duplicates, may contain the null values, bad records, or unnecessary data. So if I try to analyze the data, it will give me the inaccurate results. So that is a reason, before we analyzing the data, we try to do the data processing. This is more of a clearing the data, enriching the data, right? So this is what it is. So before we analyze the data, we try to process the data, to transform the data, where we try to handle the or remove the duplicates, handle the null values, remove the bad records, remove the unnecessary columns. So before we do the analysis, we try to clean the data also. We try to add some kind of a value to the data. We add some kind of a value to the data. So that's where the data is ready for the analysis. That's where the data is now ready for the analysis. Now, once the data is ready for the analysis, we go for the analysis now. We go for the analysis now. So this is where in most of the times data warehousing or data warehousing tools, we are going to do the analyzing the data with a simple language called SQL. We are going to create analysis tables. Okay, inside tables also we call it as, or business ready tables also we call it as, right? So you extract the data, you store the data, you clean the data, you analyze the data with a simple language called SQL in the data warehousing. We will try to understand more about the data warehousing. Don't look at the terms, but try to understand the process, because all of these terms we will be learning in our upcoming sessions in a very, very clear way. But try to focus on the process. The process says is that you have to extract the data from these multiple data sources, store it, clean it, analyze it. Once you have created analysis tables, these tables are very useful for the downstream, such as your BI or ML or DS, nothing but data scientist, or a business groups. So once you have analyzed the data, those tables are very important for the downstream people, other team. So if you are working on this team, other team may be working on creating the BI reports or dashboards, or maybe they're creating some kind of a ML models, or maybe they're creating some kind of a future trends, or maybe some business group or business manager directly using this data to, take a decision on top of it. Okay, to take a decision on top of it. So this is what is data engineering, guys. Okay, so if you try to look at it on a high level, so this is what is data engineering. And one more important factor is that data engineering will also comes up with the data governance and monitoring. Data governance and monitoring, right? So this is nothing but ensuring the data is accurate and complete throughout the system, because whatever the data that we are dealing today, it should be accurate and it should be complete throughout this entire data movement or data platforms, right? So this is what is data engineering. I'll give you guys time for you. If anyone have any questions, I will give you, because plenty of the new people are here. Let us not disturb other people. I'll try to make it very simple, but any complicated questions or any questions if you have, maybe in next to 5 minutes I'll give you the time, you can ask me. Okay, yes please. Now you got what is data engineering. In a data engineering, you have a data that is coming from multiple data sources. You extract the data, you store the data here, you extract it, store it, process it, analyze it, and send it to the downstream, right? You also you also take care of the data governance and monitoring to make sure that your data is accurate and complete. And you will also do some kind of a data validation checks. You will also do some kind of a data cleaning steps, data processing steps, data transformations, and you will also create this entire thing. This arrow marks are indicating the data pipeline, right? Arrow marks are indicating the data pipeline, making saying that so everything will be automatically handled. We are not going to do some kind of an activity manually, because huge amount of a data you are going to deal with it. So manually dealing the huge amount of a data, cleaning, processing, analyzing is very hard. So that's the reason we are going to create the pipelines for that. We are going to create the pipelines for that. Okay, so this is what is data engineering. And if you guys wanted to see the definition also, you can see it. Take a minute and try to read this one, please. Take a minute and try to read this one. Right, so you can see here, data engineering is a process of collecting, organizing, right? So data engineering is a process of collecting, organizing, and preparing large amounts of the data for the analysis purpose. For the analysis purpose. So that's what is the main purpose. While you are doing this process, you may have to build a systems or infrastructure that is required for capturing, storing, and processing the data. Okay, so you may have to create some kind of a systems or an infrastructure, right? Maybe some kind of a database instance, or maybe cloud storage location, or maybe some kind of a cluster, or maybe some kind of a environment. So you may have to create such kind of a things during this process, right? All of those things in a detail we will be seeing in our upcoming sessions, but on a high level, I hope you guys got the point. Data engineering is a process of collecting the data, organizing the data, preparing a large amounts of the data for the analysis purpose. For the analysis purpose. Okay? Yes. Right. So if anyone have any questions on a high level, do not go into the very deeper, guys. If you guys have any questions on a high level, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. I'm gonna go one by one. If you guys have any questions, please raise your hand. Do not please do not talk directly. It will be creating a lot of chaos. Please raise your hand if anyone have any questions. You have a raise hand button, so you can able to raise your hand. Yes, Akash, you have any question? No, only one. No. Yeah, 7:30 to 8:30. Yeah. We'll talk about such things. Yeah. We will, Akash, we will talk about such things. So, guys, if you have any questions on the data engineering specifically, okay, all the timings and all of those details, we will talk about it, Akash, at the end. Okay, please. Right. So, if anyone have any questions on the data engineering, guys, please talk about that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So is master data management is a part of data engineering?
Kind of. Yes. Yes. It is a part of.
Okay.
Yes. We will be seeing that. Yes. The Vikas, you have any question, please? Vikas.
Yeah. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. You are.
Okay. So my question is like, I have a experience on another field. So,
No, we will
would
see that because we will see that. So I'm telling you guys, this is not random questions. Only questions on the data engineering. By the end of the session, if you guys have any questions related to your area, related to your experience, or related to some other thing, we will see that. Okay. On what is data engineering, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. Okay.
one more thing. One more thing. Can I ask?
Yes.
Would you provide us means interview question as well?
Yes, yes, yes. Guys. I am gonna give you time. Do not ask directly the questions. Please raise your hand, because again, that is again out of boundary question. But for sure, those kind of things I will talk about it. So we have a very good number of slides which covers everything, guys. Please wait for
Okay, sure.
the
Yeah.
course content and everything. We are going to see everything, guys. Okay, do not ask me the questions about the course curriculum, what is provided. By the end of the session, I'm gonna tell you all the things. Please wait for this one. Okay, please be patient while the sessions. Everything I'm telling you. We just started. It is just a trailer, whatever we are seeing. By the end of the session, we are going to watch the entire movie of GCP Data Engineering Demo 1. Okay? Yes, please. Guys. Wait. Yeah, I see few people. Yes, Akash, you have any question? Or Sai Charan?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So you said like data, we are directly loading the raw data.
No, I'll talk about that. I'll talk about that. Right? Yeah, I'll talk about that. Yes.
And one more thing, why I'm not able to see that rising in hand option?
You will be having it. Raising an hand option is already there. Please check it out. Yeah.
I just
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No issues. So, guys, I see that most of the people having a question about the course curriculum, about the topics that we are going to cover, about the things that we are going to provide as a part of the course, and the depth of the course, right? So, most of the people having a question that. So, what I'll do, give me some 15 minutes. I'll try to make you understand what is GCP data engineering. Then I'll try to show you everything what is the course is offering. Okay. Yeah. So let me just go to the next topic. What is Google Cloud? Maybe the role of a data engineer first. So we have seen most of the things right now, such as, a data engineer must should be working on data ingestion, because you have to extract the data from the multiple data sources, and we need to focus on data storage and management. We have to store the data, right? Then we have to work on the data processing, data quality and governance, data pipeline creations, performance optimization, monitoring and maintenance. A data engineer, if you guys wanted to become a good data engineer, you must learn all of these things. You must learn all of these things. I'm telling you guys, every data engineer on a daily basis, they may work on any of these areas. Either it is a data ingestion, data storage, data processing, data quality and governance, data pipeline creation, performance optimization, monitoring and maintenance. So every data engineer on a daily basis, they are going to work on this at least one area. So we should be learning all of these things. Then only we will become a good data engineer. In my course content, I have covered all of these things in a very detail with the case studies and projects, which we are going to see in the next few minutes. Okay. Yeah. Now that you know what is data engineering, so just wanted to tell you what is Google Cloud Platform also. Okay. So before me telling about what is Google Cloud Platform, tell me guys, what are the other cloud platforms that you guys know? What are the other cloud platforms that you guys know?
AWS.
Azure,
Okay. Some people say AWS,
Azure,
Azure, IBM.
IBM, yes. Some people say
Oracle.
IBM also.
Oracle.
IBM, yes. Oracle, right? Snowflake also, yes. And Alibaba, and different cloud platforms are all already there. The established cloud platforms. You see, there are different cloud platforms already available in the market, right? You have a AWS, GCP, Azure, IBM, and Oracle, right? So what they do, sir? Tell me. These are all cloud providers, right, sir? These are all cloud providers. Tell me what they provide us. Tell me, guys, what they provide us.
Infrastructure to
Okay.
store.
Some people say services, some people say infrastructure. So these are all cloud providers. They provide you the cloud computing services. Sir, in a simple words, I'm not just talking about a definition of GCP. I'm talking about a generic definition for all the cloud platforms that, sir, every cloud, GCP, AWS, Azure, IBM, Oracle, these are all cloud providers. They provide you the cloud computing services. Take any cloud platform, they provide you the cloud computing services, guys. Okay, so this is what it is. Right. Sir, what are these services for? To whom they are providing? Right. So cloud providers providing you the cloud computing services for the organizations. For the organization. So you look at every organization, for example, maybe take one of the company. Right. So every organization will be having a plenty of the projects. Right. In the project, one project may be storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, or visualize the data. Right. So if you wanted to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, or visualize the data, you need some kind of infrastructure or a services. So those services are offered by the cloud providers. Or not only that, if you wanted to create ML model, register it, or scale it, deploy it, or scale it. So for whatever the activity that you wanted to do in your project, or maybe create a application, build the application, deploy the application, scale the application. Not only that, networking also. Create networking components, and deploy them and scale them. So whatever you take, for example, every company, look at every company, you will be having a multiple projects are there. In a multiple project, the main purpose of every project is to requirement fulfillment. They have to fulfill their requirement. For fulfilling their requirement, they may wanted to store the data. They may wanted to process the data. They may wanted to analyze the data or visualize the data. Or in another project, they wanted to create a ML model, register it, deploy it, scale it, or create an application, build it, deploy it, and scale it. So whatever the requirement it is, the cloud providers providing you the cloud computing services for you. The cloud providers providing you the cloud computing services. So that these services are very useful for the organizations to fulfill their project requirement, such as storing the data, processing the data. So whatever it is, whether your requirement is to store the data, there is a separate service available in the cloud platforms. If your requirement is to process the data, there is a separate service available in the cloud platforms. If you wanted to analyze the data or create an ML model, there is a separate service. Sir, why do we have to go for the cloud only then? So can we work in the on-premises? Tell me, guys, what is the challenges working in the on-premises? Why only cloud? Maybe let me gonna tell you on a simple. For example, assume that, sir, I am giving you some 10 terabytes or maybe 100 terabytes of the data. I'm trying to give you. Tell me, guys, how do you store it? Tell me, sir, a simple question I'm asking you. I am giving you 100 terabytes of the data. Tell me, how do you guys store it? Don't worry about the cloud platform. There is no cloud. Just assume that no cloud. They are asking you, how do you store the 100 terabytes of the data? Tell me, please.
Purchase some machines.
Machines.
Yeah.
Okay. So some people say databases, some people say purchase machines. That's a very good answer. Databases, if you wanted to set up, again, you need to have a server, right? So when you are working in the non-cloud environment, nothing but an on-premises environment. This was the culture before 10 years. If you just go 10 years back, you do not have any cloud platform. How people were working, sir? So if you ask me, so you have to purchase the machines first. Okay, set that as a server, right? So by installing the operating system, right? Network setup, storage assignment, storage, and backup, and networking, assigning the networking, and monitoring and maintenance. So all of these things that you have to do. So if you wanted to store a data, you do not have anything. Don't say, sir, I have a laptop, I will store it. Again, you have to purchase the laptop. At first, you do not have a laptop, right? Right. The very first thing what is I'm telling you is that if someone is giving you some data, you can't directly store it. You have to purchase the machines. In a company, if there is 100 terabytes of data, you purchase the machines first and you set that as a server and install whatever the things required, operating system, configuring the storage, configuring the backup, configuring the networking, monitoring and maintenance. All of these things you have to do it first. Before you storing the data, you have to complete all of these things. Then only you will go for storing the data. Then only you will go for storing the data. Tell me guys, how much time it will take? Tell me how much time it will take.
1 month.
Mm.
It could be somewhere from 1 to 3 months, depending on the amount of infrastructure that they have to set up and purchase and all of those things.
Yes.
And until this moment, what we will be doing, what a data engineer will do? So everyone will be idle only. So that's where when you are working in the on-premises, this is what is an on-premises working culture, guys. When you are working, this is what is an on-premises working culture. When you are working in the on-premises working culture, you have to take care of everything on your own. Nothing but your company has to take care of everything on their own, right? Nothing but purchasing the machines, installing, storing, networking, all of these things, right? So this is the reason. See, you are waiting a lot of time. You are wasting a lot of time here. Lot of time. You are putting a lot of effort to set up at the entire infrastructure, and lot of money also you are actually putting into. When you are working in the on-premises, these are the problems. When you're working in a lot on-premises working culture, these are all the problems. You are putting a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money to make your project or make your requirement fulfilled for your project. Maybe, for example, your project requirement is to store the data. For storing itself, you are waiting for 3 months. Lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money you are putting into. So this is how the on-premises working culture. We can't do anything. This is how the on-premises working culture. Now tell me guys, if I wanted to do the same thing in the cloud, what we have to do?
You just need to use the services.
Correct. Anyone answers? Any other answers, guys? If I wanted to store the 100 terabytes of the data, the same 100 terabytes of the data, if I wanted to store it in the cloud platforms, what we have to do, sir? We have to find a suitable service and then store it. Right, you have to find a storage service and then store it. So hardly takes, how much time hardly will take, sir? Let us take 1 hour, few hours only it will take. Let us take 1 day. Now you see the difference. You see the difference, guys. Where is 1 day? Where is 1 to 2, 3 months? So that is the reason. So what is this service? This is what is a cloud computing service, sir, I was talking about. This is what is a cloud computing services. So cloud providers providing you the cloud computing services to fulfill their project requirements in the companies. To fulfill their project requirements, one of the requirement for us is to store the data. To store the data, I have to go to the cloud platforms and find a suitable service for me and then store the data. That's it. Hardly takes few hours only, right? So when you are working in the on premises, you are wasting a lot of time. But when you are working in the cloud platforms, you are actually saving a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money also. The effort reduced, the time is reduced, the money is also reduced. So that's the reason most of the companies actually go look towards the Google cloud platforms. Most of the companies are actually using the cloud platforms because of this reason only. Because of this reason only. So one of such a cloud platform is a Google cloud platform, sir. One of such a cloud platform is a Google cloud platform. Sir, what is Google cloud platform, sir, if you ask me? Sir, what is Google cloud platform, sir, if you ask me? Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services. Sir, it is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to fulfill their project requirement. Right? So these are all the things. Right? Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, visualize the data, or create an application, build the application, deploy the applications and services in the cloud. So this is what is a Google Cloud Platform, everyone. What is a GCP, sir? GCP is nothing but Google Cloud Platform. It is a suite of cloud computing services offered by the Google, which helps the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, and sell the applications in the services and cloud. Right? It is a suite of cloud computing services or a leading cloud provider, which provides you the cloud computing services are a range of products and solutions to help the organizations to build, deploy, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. So what about the security? What about the scalability? What about the reliability, sir? If you ask me, Google provides you the highly reliable, secure, scalable infrastructure because we have been using the Google services. We have been using the Google services. Google is one of the trustworthy. From last 10 years, we have been using the GCP, Google Cloud, not Google Cloud, Google products such as YouTube, or maybe Google products like Google Search Engine, Google Photos, Google Drive, all of these things. And we already know that Google is one of the trustworthy. So these services are reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure. Google has a plenty of the data centers over the world. Across the world, you have a plenty of the data centers. And in India also, we have 2 data centers, guys. One in Delhi and one more in Mumbai. We have 2 data centers in India also. One is in Delhi, one more is in Mumbai. So this is what is Google Cloud Platform, guys. It is a leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services. Okay, so that's what. And what are those services that it is offering? So it offers you plenty of the services. You can see the service portfolio here. It offers compute services, identity and security services, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, machine learning services. Google Cloud Platform is offering you plenty of services, guys, because you see a compute, identity and IAM services, management tools, networking, big data, storage and database services, and machine learning. So these many services it is offering. Okay, sir, can you tell me what is the benefits of using the Google Cloud Platform? Why we learn the GCP, sir? Google has a very good community support. Google has a very good community support. And these services are cost effective. This is the main reason, guys. Most of the companies started looking at the GCP compared to the AWS and Azure also towards a GCP they are using it is because of the cost effective nature. Google is offering you the services in a cost effective manner compared to the other cloud platforms. So that is the reason most of the companies looking towards a Google Cloud platform started using the GCP. So that's the reason plenty of opportunities are there for the GCP, guys. Plenty of opportunities are there for GCP data engineer. It is because plenty of the companies started looking towards a Google Cloud platform because it's a cost effective nature. And the services it is offering is flexible, scalable, reliable, secure, fully managed services also it is offering. And these services are simple and easy to use and fast. Okay, so Google Cloud Platform services are very flexible, scalable, reliable, and secure. Also offering fully managed services and serverless services as well. And the interface is very simple and fast. And the services are cost effective. Google has a very good community support. We all know that. Right? So this is what it is. Okay. And the next thing, you can also see the growth rate. The Google Cloud Platform growth rate compared to the AWS and Azure, the number of markets. You can see here, guys, the growth rate for the GCP is more than the AWS and Azure. The growth rate is more than the AWS and Azure. 1 minute, guys. Okay, so the growth rate for the Google Cloud Platform or the other cloud platforms, if you see, that means the number of companies started using the GCP is more than the Azure and AWS. That's where you will be having a plenty of opportunities, guys. So that's where you will be having a plenty of opportunities. And one more thing, right? So this is where we are going to start with the course content, the detailed course content. Now that you have seen what is data engineering, what is Google Cloud Platform on a high level, we don't have to understand it in a very depth, because we are going to cover that entire things in an upcoming session so that you will be able to understand in a very simple manner. Okay, so let me gonna tell you the course content also. Let me gonna tell you the course content. So the course content I've actually divided into two topics, two areas. One is cloud basics, Google Cloud Basics, you can call it as GCP Basics. And the next thing is GCP Data Engineering Tools, DE tools, nothing but data engineering tools. First, we will be covering the Cloud Basics, then we will go to the data engineering tools. Okay, Cloud Basics. In the Cloud Basics, we are going to cover first a topic, that is Cloud Overview, which is starting from tomorrow. Cloud Overview, why we need the cloud platform, the difference between the on-premises versus cloud. Then we are going to see what is GCP one more time. Introduction, why we learn GCP, opportunities and certifications, right? Then after that, the actual topic that starts from the third module, that is nothing but GCP interfaces. In Google Cloud Platform, there are multiple interfaces are there, such as console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK. What is console? What is Cloud Shell? What is SDK? How to interact with each and every service? We are going to see in our upcoming sessions. Console walkthrough. Many people will be having a question, sir, how do we practice? Where do we implement the pipelines? Where do we create the analysis? If you ask me, I am going to tell you how to set up a free tier account in the upcoming sessions. I'm going to tell you free tier account setup. Okay, so which is worth of $300 for next 90 days validity. So Google is offering you free tier account for 90 days, the worth of $300. So you don't have to do anything. We don't have to pay any amount also. I am going to tell you how to set up a free tier account in the Google Cloud Platform worth of $300 for the 90 days. Okay, even though if you have completed this entire thing, you can also create one more account. You can create any number of accounts also. I am going to tell you in our upcoming sessions how to set up a free tier account. This is where we are going to, in this account only, we are going to do all the practice, lab sessions, case studies, use cases, projects, everything we are going to implement in this Google Cloud account only. You don't need any kind of a system extra configuration. Nothing is required. Okay, no need of extra configuration for your machine, because we are going to do everything in the Google Cloud Platform only. That's what you do in the company also, because we follow the same company culture only here. And then we will see what is project, what is enabling building, and what is building, and how do we manage the building and all of those things. Okay, after that, GCP locations, what is region, what is zone, what is selection criteria, and what is the importance. I am an admin, security feature, what are identities, what are roles, what is policy, what is resource hierarchy. So in the cloud basics, we are going to cover these 6 modules. We are going to cover these 6 modules, guys. First, cloud overview, which we are going to start this one, and this one we are going to see tomorrow. And then cloud GCP interfaces, console walkthrough, locations, IAM and admin. So this will take 7 hours. 7 hours to complete the cloud basics. Once the cloud basics are completed, we are going to enter into the data engineering tools. We are going to enter into the data engineering tools. Now tell me guys, if I have a data, so how many different categories of the data we have? Can you guys confirm how many different varieties of the data that we have?
Raw data, structured data.
Correct.
Unstructured.
Correct. Correct. There are three varieties, right? So that is unstructured, semi-structured, and structured. Right? If I wanted to work with unstructured data, we have a one service called GCS. For semi-structured data, we have a big table. For structured OLTP, we have a Cloud SQL. Structured OLAP, we have a BigQuery. So here, service 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are covering the four storage and database services we are covering. Right? 4 storage and database services. GCS, Bigtable, Cloud SQL, BigQuery. 4 GCP services that we are covering. Bigtable is not that much important. We will be covering on a high level. Okay. So 4 services that we are covering here. GCS, Cloud SQL, BigQuery is very much important. Then, now that you know how to store the data, where to store the data, what are the databases also. Now the next thing is that we have to create the pipelines. To create the pipelines, you can create the pipelines in anywhere, right? So someone can create a Spark and Hadoop pipelines. To do that, we are going to learn one of the service called Dataproc, which is very, very, very important service. Dataproc, where we are going to learn about the Spark with Python, nothing but PySpark. And Beam pipelines, very important service. Data flow. Nowadays, people are asking for data flow. And after that, code free data fusion, not very much important, but we are covering. And the next thing, workflow orchestration tool, Airflow or Composer. Okay, so that's so we are going to cover here one more service: Dataproc, data flow, data fusion, Airflow. And we have been recently covering the Databricks from last 3 batches, that is Lakehouse architecture, that is Databricks also. We are covering Databricks also. You guys are being lucky. Right? So 5th concept, that is Databricks also, end to end. We are covering here 5 services we are covering. Therefore, here 5. Additionally, for streaming data ingestion, we are covering PubSub, event-based solution, Cloud Functions, and complementary topic, Terraform. 1, 2, 3. Terraform is a complementary topic, guys. Data fusion and Terraform are the complementary topics. Here 3. And so these are the 4 plus 5 plus 3, 12 services, 12 data engineering services that we are covering. Additionally, we are also covering the Linux basics, Python for data engineers, PySpark, as well as Apache Beam. So these programming concepts also we are covering, guys. Linux basics, important, required for data engineers, Python for data engineers, PySpark for data engineers, Apache Beam for data engineers. All of these concepts also covered end to end, basics to advanced. Okay, so this is also covered. So this is where we are covering all the details, guys, all the course content. If you guys wanted to see the detailed course content, I think you will be already having a PDF also about my course content. Maybe I'll show you one more thing, sir. The course content, we are going to have it here. So everything we have it in a proper documentation, guys. This my notes is very famous. I'm telling you, everything is provided in the OneNote only, and you will be having all the things in one single location. Maybe before you going into the interviews, or when you are going for practice something, when you wanted to access something, everything is there here only. So the very first thing, cloud basics, right? You can see the cloud basics introduction. After that, interfaces, cloud console, cloud shell, cloud SDK. After that, console walkthrough, creating a free tier account, project to set up, and all of those details. GCP locations. So we will be having 3 locations. We will be seeing that. And I am an admin. So what is IAM? What is admin? What is role? What are identities? Everything. Account, free tier account creation, I told you, which we will be covering here. Installing the SDK, Linux basics also. We are covering Linux basics also. Okay, yes. Once the cloud basics are completed, we will be going into the GCS. The very first service is GCS, guys. What is GCS? How to work with GCS? Using the console, using the cloud shell, and assignment is also there, and sometimes the quiz is also there. Once the GCS is completed, we go for Cloud SQL. So what is Cloud SQL? How do we connect it to the Cloud SQL? Data migration. So in the Cloud SQL, the main important thing is that we are going to see database migration project. There's a database migration project which we are covering, guys. This is a database migration project which we are covering in the Cloud SQL. And the phases, how the team looks like, and what is the phase 1 we do, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. So this is how you are going to see. And sample data for your practice and assignments are also there. Again, BigQuery, very important service. What is BigQuery? BigQuery's architecture, BigQuery limitations. Working with BigQuery, different ways of creating the tables in the BigQuery. So the codes are also available here. Data set for practice purpose. What is partitioning? What is clustering? Storage optimization techniques. Working with the different types of arrays also. Nested and repeated fields. Assignment 1. Case study, case study 1. Spotify case study with following a medallion architecture. BigQuery views such as logical view, materialized view, authorized views. Optimization techniques also. Case study 2 for the assignment. Social media case study, which is an assignment for you guys. So this is what. Similarly, Python. Once the BigQuery is completed, we are going to cover the Python. In the Python, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. 4 chapters are there. Chapter 1, data types, strings, numbers, boolean, none. So these are the 4 data types that are covered. Chapter 2, data structures such as list, tuple, dictionary, set. Chapter 3, Python programming constructions such as if-elif statements, for loop and while loops, exceptional handling, file input-output operations. Next, chapter 4, functions and classes. So this is where we have seen Python end-to-end for data engineers. And how do we install it? Running notebooks, everything is here. Again, data proc. What is Hadoop first? What is Spark? How the difference? What is the difference between the Hadoop and Spark? Then why the data brick is required? How the data proc is came into the picture? What is data proc? How it is different from the traditional Hadoop and Spark? The differences, and how to create a cluster in the data proc, and cluster types, and what is data frame, and all of those things comes into the picture, guys. And cluster, creating cluster, Spark, what is Spark, and the Spark architecture, lab sessions. All the lab sessions are here. The notebooks are also here, guys. Okay, sample data set for practice, case study 1, case study 2, assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, end-to-end batch pipeline, end-to-end batch pipeline. Okay, and again, data flow. What is data flow? How it is different from the data proc. And creating a workbench, Spark versus Beam, data proc versus data flow differences, lab sessions again. In the data flow also lab sessions with an Apache Beam, and a sample data set for practice, use case 1, e-commerce transactions, assignment 1 for retail sales data processing, template method of creating the pipelines, end-to-end streaming pipeline also. These pipelines are nothing but projects, guys. When you're working in the company, such kind of a pipelines you are going to create in the project. So everything is mentioned here. And then PubSub, right? I think somewhere we have mentioned, yes, PubSub. Sir, PubSub, what is PubSub? How it works, the use cases, and the PubSub architecture also. Okay, so this is also covered. And Airflow or Composer, both are same, guys. Airflow or Composer, both are same. What is workflow orchestration? What is Composer? What is the Airflow architecture? What is DAG? How to create the DAG? Cron job format. Creating a Composer environment also. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. 4 levels are there, guys. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Nothing but case study 1, case study 2, case study 3, case study 4. These are real-time requirements only. These are real-time requirements only for orchestrating the SQL jobs, orchestrating the PySpark jobs, orchestrating the data flow jobs, and the parent and child relationship assignment 1 also here. Okay, and an additional flavor of implementing the CI/CD with the help of the Airflow, which is in a complementary topic, is also covered. Then data fusion. What is data fusion? End-to-end pipeline in the data fusion. Functions. What is cloud function? Use case 1 and assignment. Use case 1 I'm going to teach you. Assign. Very interesting. These are real-time requirements only. Again, Databricks, very important topic. Databricks course content. There are multiple modules are there in the Databricks, guys. Maybe I can show you. Introduction to the Databricks. What is Lakehouse platform and how it is different from the data lake and data warehouse. Free trial account on the Databricks for GCP. Setting up a Databricks workspace. What are clusters, types of clusters and modes. Notebooks, DB utility commands, data frames and operations, Unity catalog, Delta tables, dataset creation, structured streaming, autoloader, workflows, medallion architecture, end-to-end workflow. So everything is here, guys. Everything is here. This is our final topic in the Databricks. Okay, so there are few complementary I have told you, that is end-to-end pipeline project 2, which is a complementary again. Terraform is also a complementary. These are videos, guys. When I say complementary, nothing but these are videos. I only taught these videos, my classes only, but not very much important. Terraform is not very much important for data engineers, but nowadays in some of the companies they are actually asking. So I don't want my students to don't know about this one. So that's the reason I have covered and placed it here, and very beautifully I have explained the Terraform for data engineers. They can able to easily understand. Okay, so that is what it is. So this is our complementary also. Additionally, very important thing, many people will ask me, sir, if I am covering the entire course, sir, what is offered? So once you have completed the entire course, about to complete the course itself, you can prepare your resume. As sample resumes are here. Sample resumes are here. Then interview introduction, sir, how to explain the introduction in the interview, how to explain the project in a the descriptive I have mentioned here. You can even look at this one and also explain in the interview. That's how I made it, right, sir? You can see someone is asking me, tell me about your project. I can say, hey, I am working on a BigQuery Lake project where we get the data from the multiple data sources. This is how you explain in the interview. And if you wanted to look at the architecture is here. One more project. Sir, I am working on a Google Cloud projects. In this project, we have implemented a data pipeline too. So such kind of things you can able to tell in the interview. Additionally, interview questions, data engineering theoretical questions. These are theoretical questions service wise. Commonly asked theoretical questions, I'm telling you. These are not just copied from anywhere. I don't have to copy. Actually, my content is copied in the internet now, because these are very famous notes. I'm telling you guys, many people got the job from the course. And theoretical questions for each and every topic. And after that, SQL coding questions, commonly asked coding questions in the interview itself directly. These are questions from the interview, guys. Python questions, commonly asked Python questions in the interview. PySpark questions. For those people who wanted to go for certification, you have a certification dumps also here. For those people who wanted to go for certification, you have a certification dumps also here to clear the exam. So until this one. So this is what. Nothing but if I go to this slide, it will make sense to you. The course details. Someone is asking the course details. Our course will take almost 3 months. Close to 2.5 to 3 months, I would say. Not 3 months. We can say 2.5. Sorry. I am not doing it. So 2.5 to 3 months it will take, guys. Course to complete. Okay, it is mentioned here. And daily 1 hour session will be there, sir. Daily 1 hour session will be there. The timings is same, sir. 7:30 to 8:30 daily, the same timings. Whatever the timings that you have attended today, the same timings, guys. The same timing, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST. The daily 1 hour will be there. Okay. And after that, the sessions are live sessions like this only. Every day live sessions will be there online. Add-ons. So you will be having a video recordings. Don't worry about if you miss one of the session. I highly suggest to attend the live sessions only. But if you are not able to attend the live sessions, don't worry about it. Every session is recorded. You will be getting the recordings access also for every video. Sorry. For every video, you will be having a recordings also. Comprehensive material, which I have just shown you, you will be having an access to my comprehensive material as well. And assignments covered, real-time projects and case studies are included, interview questions are included, certification dumps are included, and a resume assistance is also included. So these are all the things are there in the course itself. Okay, on a high level, if you guys wanted to look at the course content, I'll be putting here in my this one. So on a high level, if you guys wanted to see, so you can see here guys, maybe on a high level the course curriculum. So first we will be covering the cloud basics. So this is our very first topic. Once the cloud basics are completed, we go for the programming, then data engineering, then projects, and then this one. So you can look at here guys, everything is very detailed, very structured. Look at here. Cloud overview, introduction, interfaces, locations. Linux, Python, PySpark, Apache Beam. Data engineering, GCS, Cloud SQL, BigQuery, Dataproc, Dataflow, Data Fusion, all the things. Projects and case studies and end-to-end. 2 BigQuery case studies, 2 case studies and 1 end-to-end batch pipeline in the Dataproc, 2 case studies and 1 end-to-end streaming pipeline in the Dataflow, 4 end-to-end DAGs in the Airflow, 2 case studies streaming as well as autoloader, and 1 end-to-end workflow. So all these end-to-end pipelines and workflows will take 2 hours, which we will be covering in the session itself will take. So that's what. The session timings are 7:30 to 8:30 guys. The session timings are 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So this is what it is. Monday to Friday only the sessions will be there guys. No sessions on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, no sessions on Saturday and Sunday. Monday to Fridays the sessions will be there. Saturday and Sunday you will be having an assignment. Saturday and Sunday you will be having an assignment. Okay, so that's what. So this is a timing 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning. So this is how on a high level, if you guys wanted to see the course curriculum, take a snap of this one. Take a snap of this one. Keep it with you guys. This is on a high level if you guys wanted to look at the course content. Right? Yes. You can see here. Some people may be having a question, sir, what is a prerequisite for the course? The prerequisite for the course is the SQL, guys. Rest of all the things are covered in the interview. Sorry, rest of all the sessions are covered in the sessions itself. The only thing that is expected from you is that basic knowledge on the SQL. Right? Basic knowledge on the SQL. So don't worry about it. Tomorrow I will tell you how you can able to learn the SQL easily, where you can able to learn the SQL easily also. I will tell you tomorrow. Okay, so that's
Okay.
one. And familiarity with the SQL is very much important. Yes. And the target audience, whoever you are, whether you are struggling to get a job and feeling stuck in your current role, or looking for a fast growing, or whatever you are, if you think that this is making you, or if this is what you are, or if you are in this situation, right? If you wanted to move out and you wanted to be in a trending skill, and if you wanted to get a very good hike and you wanted to get a very good pay, right? So this is what is a course for you guys, I'm telling you. Whoever you are, if you wanted to struggling to get a job, or you are stuck in your current roles, or you are looking for a change in your role, or sir, I would like to, financially I'm not able to properly good, sir, I wanted to set financially also, sir, I would like to get a good hike, I would like to get a demanding career, high demanding career, trending skills I wanted to learn, sir. If you wanted to be that guy, I'm telling you guys, this course is for you. Already proven for more than 600 people, right, from last 2 years, I would say. Okay, so this is all about my demo, guys. I hope you guys have learned a lot of things from the demo, and this is where the question and answer session. If anyone have any questions, I want you guys to please raise your hand. I will go one by one and I'll try to answer each and every question. Then only I will wind up the session. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please ask me. Please raise your hand. I will ask you so that you can talk about. Yes, Akash, you have any question, please? I'm going to put here, guys, so that we can able to see. If someone is asking any question, I will put here. Yes, Akash, you have any question? Akash, are you not able to talk? Yes, please. Nope. Okay. Sai Charan, you have any question? Yes, please. Yes, that's covered. That's covered. Logging and monitoring. So you can go here and maybe in a case study 1 or case study 2, not here. So you will be able to see. Use cloud logging for tracking pipeline steps, errors, and performance. That's covered. Yes. Logging and monitoring. So question is, logging and monitoring is covered or not? Yes, it is covered. Manual steps only for practice only, right? These are all manual. So practice purpose, we are going to do it manually. Yes. Actually, this is where. So I have given a complementary topic, how to create them using Terraform also is covered, right? Using Terraform to create GCP's resources, right? That's covered in a complementary topic. Okay. Yes. Correct. Yes, I'll be actually explaining the things in the sessions, and I'll be giving you the same thing as an assignment so that you will be able to complete it. It's a real-time exposure. Yes. Correct. Huh. Those who do not have any knowledge on the Python also, they'll be able to understand, guys, because Python for data engineers from basics to advanced, I'm going to teach here. For data engineers, basic to advanced, I'm going to teach here. For data engineers, you will be easily learning it. I'm telling you, so this much easy that the Python is so far I got scared. You will be thinking like that because Python is very simple. I'm going to teach you Python, guys. No worries, from basic to advanced. Okay. For data engineers. Yeah. Sure. For jobs as well as market, there's a very good amount of opportunities are there. There is a plenty of opportunities are there for GCP data engineer, even more than AWS nowadays. Okay, plenty of opportunities for a GCP data engineer. So that's the reason very good number of count is there. And I've been teaching for corporates also. Plenty of companies looking for GCP data engineer. Just go to LinkedIn, just go to Naukri, look at for that. Plenty of opportunities are there. The first thing I think I did not told you this one. The fastest growing jobs according to the World Economic Forum. Have you guys seen that? The fastest growing jobs. Fastest growing jobs in 2025. As per the World Economic Forum, this is one of the World Economic Forum is a always do a honest survey. And if you look at here, the fastest growing jobs is our role, that is big data professionals, big data specialists, nothing but we, right? So the fastest growing jobs, top fastest growing jobs is nothing but big data specialist, guys. Data engineers are a big data engineers are the ones fastest growing jobs. Plenty of the jobs will be there by 2030. The number of jobs are keep on increasing. There's a very demand for the GCP data engineer, AWS and Azure also. Okay, so we have to be be ready for those opportunities to try to crack it. There are plenty of opportunities are there. Okay. Yes. Yes, I've known that, and I'm telling you already, plenty of people already got the job. Many people, I'm telling you, maybe you don't need to trust me also. You can just go to the Naukri and put your fake resume there as a GCP data engineer. Look, if you did get the calls, then only attend my course. Okay, sir, I'm for all of you guys, those who do not know the opportunities are a market strength for GCP data engineers. create a fake resume for GCP data engineer, put your phone number there, wait for 2 days. If you get calls, then attend my course. If you don't get calls, don't attend my course. Okay, that's what, because there's a huge demand for GCP data engineers. Okay, yes. Okay, I'll give you time, guys. I'll give you time. If anyone have any questions, please raise your hand. I'll give you time. I'll go and I'll try to give you time. Yes, please. Guys. I told you, I will give you the time. I will give you the time. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Do not talk directly, please. Okay. Other people gets. I am already asking one of the person. I will give you the time. Yes, Sai Charan. Yes, Sai Charan. Certifications are not very much important to get the job, but having a certification is a plus point. But not certifications are not mandatory to get the job. Okay, not mandatory. Not mandatory to get the job, but you can say, sir, if they're asking, you can say in the interview saying that I am currently doing one certification. You can say, but not mandatory to get the job. Okay, yes. Let me go to Shiva. Shiva P, you have any question? Shiva P.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, Shiva.
So I'm from testing background actually. I have 10 years experience. I'm into automation testing actually.
Okay.
So I do automation for Selenium. So those kind of stuff I work. So how this course will help me actually. So I just want to be
Oh.
more my
See,
career.
this course will help you means I have told you the same thing so far. End to end up from basic to the advanced, we are going to cover. Whether you are coming from any background, this question for all the people, guys. Whether you are coming from any background, if you have a zeal to learn, if you have a time to practice, attend my course and get the job. Whoever you are, the question is generic. If you have a zeal to learn and time to practice, if you have these two things, for sure, within 3 months, the course will be completed. In next 1 month for the job, within total 4 months, you will get the job. For sure, this will happen. Already proved by plenty of the people. The only thing, you are coming from testing background, mechanical background, production background, supporting background, wherever you are, mainframes, just try to practice or try to attend my course every day. If you have a zeal to learn and time to practice, I'm telling you, you will be having a job in next 4 months. Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, Shambaji, you have any question? Shambaji.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Yes.
I'm working as a Java developer from last
Yes.
10 years, and from
Okay.
last 2 years, I'm working as a Java plus MDM developer.
Okay.
So while switching the project, I see in multiple cases, even though having skills like PySpark or Databricks, client demands real-time hands-on experience.
That's what we do in the course.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to.
So this course will definitely bridge that
Of
gap,
course.
right?
Yes. The course will. This is a very good question, Sambhaji. Actually, guys, right? So people will be having a very good doubt, sir. Sir, I am learning the course, but the course will always be the course, but it will never be the real time. But my course is not like that. I did not create the course like that, because my way of teaching will be 80% practical and 20% is theoretical. So we are going to take the real time use cases. I don't have to see, if I am talking about a data proc, I can tell you data proc, create cluster, and lab sessions, I can complete it here. This is where the lab sessions, but I don't have to go for case study one to make you understand how the real time scenario. See, this is one of the project I have worked for one of the company. I'm working on a project where employee travel record. So these are the real time case studies to bridge the gap between your actual area to move it to your GCP data engineering area, right? So you are going to get a real time exposure. If a person, actually my students, you usually say is that, if you just take a person who is actually working in the GCP data engineer from last 3 years, okay, last 3 years, if you are working in a GCP data engineering last 3 years, and if this guy got a job and working in the company, this guy will actually struggle little bit. He will struggle little bit, because even though he worked in a GCP data engineering and he got a job in the company and working in the company, he will struggle for a little bit, because he might have worked in one or two services only. but in this company, the client is looking for some other service. He will struggle to learn. But my student who attended my course, right, sir, what they will do, they did not learn only one course, right? They have a good knowledge on 10 plus services, and they can able to create their own architecture in the company. If the client requirement is to work on some other service, they'll be able to already know it. They already know that service. They can able to work in the company aramse, right? They can able to work in a very simple. The only thing is little bit of struggle will be there here, and here also this guy has to learn again. But you don't have to learn again, because you have to settle. You have to settle and little bit struggle in terms of the access wise, in terms of the, the company, policies wise. Other than that, rest of the things you will be able to easily work, because such kind of a course which we have covered in the entire thing, including the case studies, pipeline. See, everything is mentioned so that you can able to easily cope up in the work culture. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Prasad, you have any question?
Yes, yeah. So, like, what we covered that data part loading, right? But then how we ensure that data quality cover here?
Okay, don't worry about that. I mentioned about the data validation. Okay, somewhere maybe, did I mention data validation somewhere here? Yes. Our pipelines will have a data validation steps. Maybe you go for data. Yeah. It talks about validating your data. That is talking about your data quality.
No, if you can see in our course, we can see mostly 10 records or 50 records or maybe on 1,000 records. We can validate in all the manual approach. But
Correct.
in a real time,
No. You're not manually. This is a pipeline. The pipeline will read this. You're creating an end-to-end pipeline. See,
okay.
this pipeline is manually, sorry, this pipeline automatically finding out of 1,000 records, some 5 records, if it is finding it is invalid. The same pipeline, tomorrow, if you increase the size, the same code will find out, even though if it is 1 million, 1 trillion records, also will find out the data invalid records. Because it is a pipeline, we are not manually finding out this is valid or this is invalid. No, we are not doing that. We are writing a code with the help of the Python or a PySpark or Apache Beam, and the code will handle for you automatically. Okay, so such that we do the data validation. Okay. And such kind of things are very interesting when we are actually covering. I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And one more question, like what exactly the difference here? Data proc also will do processing, data flow also will do processing.
Yes.
So
very good question. Very good question.
Main difference.
The main difference, actually there are three. If your company looking for a Spark architecture, you go for data proc. If you're looking for a new architecture, that's where you go for the data flow. That is Apache Beam. Apache Beam data flow is serverless, but data proc is cluster based. So many differences are there on a high level. If you guys wanted to see it, you can also see the same thing here. But the thing is that if I try to tell you that, maybe some people will get confused. You can see managed, and one is, both are data processing tools, both are for all the things, but it is a cluster based environment. This is a serverless, but the programming here is a Apache Spark with Python, here Apache Beam with Python. So that's how we will see more things in detail. You can see here the
data flow we are going to cover not with template, right? With the customized, right?
Both we will be covering. So lab sessions for without a template, and with the template method also I'll be covering.
So that means we are going to cover all the peridot, the collections window,
of course,
the watermark and all cover. With that will come under with the PubSub integration, or else with the GCS integration we are going to cover.
Which one?
No, that window function, that streaming, right? We are going to cover with PubSub or else any GCS with Kafka.
No, this one will help the PubSub. This is a PubSub.
PubSub
with help of the PubSub. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
One question, like how many scenarios we can cover with PubSub with the data flow?
There's actually only one scenario. There's only one scenario. One end-to-end streaming pipeline is there.
Okay.
Yes.
One last question. We're going to cover CI/CD, right? Along with that.
Actually, no. CI/CD is not, for data engineers. You are not going to create any CI/CD in the companies also. But a simple touch, how the CI/CD looks like, you have a one complementary topic is there. Okay, but guys, for data engineer, CI/CD is not required. Okay.
No, no, but
Yes.
nowadays the interest most of the
They will
interest.
ask you in the interview that do you know CI/CD, but you are not going to create it. Okay, but on a high level, how the CI/CD looks like and what is the thing that the CI/CD will be doing, you have it here.
Data form will cover, will not
No,
cover
no,
data
no.
form.
Okay, yes, Vikas, you have any question? Guys, I will come to you. Your questions will also be asked by some other person also. Do not repeat your questions, okay?
Uh,
And yeah, yes,
yes.
Vikas.
Actually, I have a question. Means, do you have the course of means video based,
No,
and
no, no,
what is
no, we do not have any.
online? Okay, only one course that is live, right?
Correct, correct. Live sessions, yes.
Okay, what is the cost it is?
They'll help you, okay? So admin will let you know about the course price and everything, okay? Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so yeah, yes. Awad, you have any question?
Yes, I just have a question. I'm from Java also,
Okay.
but I just want to ask for this course, it will prepare us for mid-level or entry-level GCP
No,
role.
this is for full-fledged data engineer. If you wanted to become, if you wanted to showcase your experience as a GCP data engineer for like at least last 3 years, if you wanted to showcase, this is a course for you. We will
Oh,
be,
so it will work for, yeah.
yes, yes.
And
You
the
can put in
opportunity
your
in the,
resume 3 years of
mm,
experience, up to 3 years of experience in GCP data engineer. This is something that you can put.
all right, sounds good. And in the US, the market is good for this, right?
Correct, correct.
Because
There's a
I,
very good
oh,
demand.
okay.
Yes, yes. There's a plenty of my students also coming from US. Yes, demand is
All
there.
right,
Yes.
sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, Hashwini, you have any question?
Sir, actually, are we covering the data frames in PySpark because most
Yes,
of there is
of
they will
course.
ask about the
Ah,
practical
ah.
example like
Without that, the course you're not become a data engineer at all. Okay, so for sure, this lab sessions is a data frames only. This entire things is a data frames. You'll be able to
yes
see. Yeah,
yes because they will ask compare with the same code with in SQL and do me the same result in the
of
PySpark
course.
and Pythons also. So in that case, I am struggling for that. So that's
Yes,
why I
for
want to
sure,
join for that.
for sure, for sure. What is data frame and creating data frame, writing and multiple transformations on top of
Yes.
the data frame, similar to the SQL, like you can also see here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, that's
That,
covered.
that's it.
Yes, data
Thank you.
frames with all concepts covered. Yes. Okay. Yes, Monica, you have any question?
Yes. Actually, I have a doubt that actually I have 4.5 years of experience in non-IT, that is operations. My
Okay.
recent designation in operations is senior team lead operations. In my
Okay.
pay slips also it shows operations team lead.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all, Monica. So
Yeah, you,
if you are going for a GCP data engineer, no one will actually ask you. No one actually looks at your role, what you are doing it. The only
but
thing
how
they,
can I cover? I mean, because I don't know what kind of roles in data engineering. If
no, you
I
will mention
project,
that senior data engineer. You are going as a senior data engineer.
but in
Okay.
that operations is there, no?
That's fine. That's fine. You say I am working in a operations domain or a department, so that's the reason my every role will come as a operations only. But no one will ask you this question. Okay, first thing. But if they ask you also in the operations, I am working as a senior data engineer. But in my company, the roles are like that: lead operations or lead data engineer, something like that. But no one will
Okay.
ask you. Okay,
But in that, it clearly mentions team lead, not an issue for it.
not an issue at all. Not an issue at
Okay.
all.
And one more thing. Okay, you said we can cover up to 3 years. Okay, I
Huh?
have 4.5 years of experience. No, I can
Huh?
cover it as 1.5 years. As
Other.
how can I cover
Correct.
all 4.5 years?
1.5 your current experience you can mention whatever your current
Like
and last
non-AD.
3 years, yeah, and not a
Okay.
problem, not a problem. Something you mention SQL current as a SQL. Okay, I was working on a SQL at early stage. After that I
Okay.
got a chance to work in the GCP data engineer. Currently last 3 years onwards I'm working in a GCP. prepare your resume like that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay, so I can cover my non-IT experience as IT experience.
You can also cover anything.
100% I
See,
can go. I mean, like a experienced person, I can move from here.
correct, correct. That's what
Because I
many
got a
people do.
doubt that again I have to start my career as a fresher.
No, no, no,
In
no.
package wise, I will face issues because of these. I resigned my previous job.
Mm-hmm.
From past 1.5 year, I thought to learn something, but
Okay,
my previous roles, it's a rotational shifts and all. I did not learn anything. That's the
okay.
reason I resigned my previous job. Now I'm concentrating on this. That's the reason I'm
Sure.
asking.
Sure, sure. See, not a problem at all. The only thing is that if you have a good knowledge and if you have a good strength on the GCP data engineering, if you say last 3 years, they will not even ask you before that what you are doing. Even though if they
Okay.
are asking something, you can say I was working on a SQL kind of a work on earlier stage because I am a
Okay.
fresher at that time, and you can say from last 3 years I'm working on a different GCP projects. You can mention everything here. Okay, that's
Okay.
how people manage it, and that's how people crack the interviews also. Okay.
Okay. And how can I get hands-on experience? I mean, I will do some
I'll
projects here. I
I'll
mean,
I'll come. I'll tell you in our upcoming sessions for sure.
okay,
Everything
sure.
is already covered, and everything will be given you for assignment also. That's how you
Okay.
get the hands on. Yes,
Okay. Done. In that,
hands on. Yes,
I mean, sorry. In sample of resumes also, we have everything, no?
yes, yes. We have a
Okay.
sample resumes also. Yes,
Done. Thank you.
thank you. Yes, Sandeep, you have any question, please, Sandeep? Okay, okay. For sure, Sandeep. Not only knowledge, you are going to get a very good knowledge. You will be having a architectural knowledge. You are going to get an architectural knowledge because see, in your company, the client may be asking you, "I wanted to use this tool or I wanted to use that tool." Or maybe this tool is good or not. So you are going to suggest them, hey, this tool is for this particular requirement will work very good. Right? Such kind of a knowledge for sure you are going to get from this course. Not only development skills, but also architectural skills also you are going to get it. Okay, which is very helpful for your experience. Yes. Yes, Kiran, you have any question? 1 minute, please. 1 minute, Kiran. 1 minute. Hey, okay, guys. I think we are good for the day, and we will wind up the session here for today. And we will see a few more things in the next session, guys. And please do not forget to attend the tomorrow session. We have a one more session tomorrow. We have a one more demo session tomorrow, guys. Please attend tomorrow at the same time. Free demo session only. Please attend same time. The regular sessions are starting from tomorrow only. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye bye. I hope you guys have learned something today. Thank you, guys.